Empty. Empty again. What are the odds?
What's the hold-up?
Just having a bit of a laugh, Atlas.
This ain't a sporting event. Put a bullet in her. No need to torture the poor girl. We're not animals, you know.
All right.
Let her go!
Quiet down, dear. In a minute, all your problems will be over.
Elizabeth, tell him you can get him back.
Booker? Booker,
Say,
what? I don't understand. How?
Say, I can get you back to Rapture.
What?
Just say it.
I can get you back to Rapture.
Put the gun down. Now, what was that you said about Rapture?
I can get you back to Rapture.
And how you plan on doing that, sister? You some kind of magician?
Suchong.
What?
Tell him Suchong.
Suchong.
And how do you know that, slant-eyed wonder?
You're his lab assistant.
I'm his lab assistant.
If it escaped your notice, Andrew Ryan sunk us 5,000 fathoms below his shining city. How does Suchong propose to get us back?
That's between me
That's between me
and the slant.
and the slant. But if I do this, the girl goes with me.
Little sisters are worth their weight in gold. She's not up for negotiation.
Last time I checked, back in the city they were making little sisters by the dozen.
That's a right fairy tale you've dreamed up, sister. But if you're lying, we can just as well kill you tomorrow. Down here, we got nothing but time. In case I need to get hold of you. If you see Suchong, tell him Atlas says he hasn't forgotten him.
Elizabeth, come on, it's time to get moving.
Booker? What?
Over here, on the radio.
You're not Booker.
Well, of course I ain't.
What have I gotten myself into? I didn't orphan that girl. I didn't kidnap her.
But she made for some exceptional bait, didn't she?
Had to be done.
Did it?
I felt everything that every version of me felt. All of that knowledge. I lost a pinky, but that version of me, she lost everything. And Comstock, that final Comstock, he thought he could avoid his guilt by coming here.
You educated him proper.
But then why am I back here? Huh? I don't remember opening a tear to come back. And who are you? Huh?
I think you'll figure that out soon enough.
I was in Paris. I was happy. And now I'm here dealing with this Atlas, this psychopath. What was I thinking?
I wasn't Paris any more than I am Booker.
Now I have to find this Suchong, and I don't even know who that is.
Not yet, but you know he's the key, don't you?
To what?
You're asking me. Elizabeth, I ain't even here.
What are you? Huh? And how did you know exactly what to tell Atlas?
Let me ask you a question. You feeling like yourself, Elizabeth?
I feel strange and smaller. I can't see the doors. What's behind the doors? I can't see the future. I can't even see any tears. Oh my God. Stay away from me. Booker. No, please don't. I died here. I was killed by that. Stay away from me! But then, how am I here? How can I be dead in this world and yet... My finger. What am I? Huh? I don't understand.
If we're going to end up in the same place, it means in harm and enjoy the ride.
Are you being cute?
I've come come round to your way of thinking.
Have you?
Yes. I do believe one can change things, but after all the bother, one often wishes that one had not.
You're a fatalist.
A physicist.
A fatalist.
So was Newton, especially when it came to apples falling from trees. They always contrived to land with a splat. She left the child to rot.
Are you implying she's the apple?
I'm implying that she did not fall far from the tree.
And now she wants to go back.
I need to go back to fix what I broke.
Back to where she has no right to be.
Back to where she doesn't belong.
Doesn't belong. Wait, what do you mean?
Do you want to tell her brother, or shall I?
Because I died.
There are rules.
Even for one such as you.
She'll forget.
All the doors.
And what's behind all the doors?
All closed to her now.
She'll be just like the rest of us.
Forgetting the past.
The present.
The future.
I'd wager she won't even remember this conversation. We've arrived. You're trading omniscience and croissance for death and mildew.
I left Sally to rot. For what? So I could punish Comstock? He was trying to help her, to save her, and if I don't make that right...
We all have our crosses to bear.
But there is a thin line between a martyr and a fool. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Your boat
Row,
gently
row,
down the
row
stream.
your boat gently down the stream.
merrily, life
Merrily,
is but
merrily,
a
merrily,
dream.
merrily, life is but a dream.
Gently down
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but
The Luteces warned me that if I came back here, I would collapse.
Collapse.
From a quantum superposition to just me.
Quantum what?
I've changed, Booker. No tears, no cosmic knowledge. Just a normal girl. With a normal pinky. Hey, if I can't open tears, I'm never leaving here, am I? I'm never going back to Paris. You're just what? You're just the fragments of my memory telling me what my future holds?
You decided to come here, Elizabeth. You knew what that meant. Only option, as I see it, is to trust yourself. Find Suchong.
My hand. My words. Palm of my hand.
I think I'm gonna have to use this air grabber. It's gonna be messy. I don't know if...
Well, a blow to the back of his head will serve just as well. Be a hell of a lot quieter, too.
That's not what you would have done.
I'm not Booker. Just because your father did something one way, doesn't mean you have to.
I ain't letting a good lead like you get away! You're not getting out of this deal that easy.
Yeah, folks always stare when I make a scene. You get used to it. I hear you gossiping about me.
I ain't letting a good lead like you get away!
You'll want to get the drop on him, and quiet. He can't hear what's only in your head.
Well, He's not getting up anytime soon.
And what with his head all attached to his body?
From here on, it's only gonna get worse.
And how much worse is up to you.
Children, the clay, Bradburn. It's up to us to see they become Grecian urns.
Keep it down, Elizabeth.
To beget the future, we first clear away the debris of the past. When this obliteration begins.
Now, let's get his lockpick.
Lockpicking can be easy with the right tools and know-how. Use your lockpick to probe a pin. A neutral pin will open the door. A blue pin will open the door and knock free a noisemaker. A red pin will open the door, but also sound an alarm.
Simple enough, just a 6-pin tumbler. But there's an alarm. That could come in handy, though.
Hello, Jim. I'm Ryan the Lion. I'm here to tell you about Peter the Parasite. If I make a pie, isn't it mine to enjoy? No, says Peter the Parasite. We all deserve a piece. If I earn a nickel, isn't it my right to buy candy if I see fit? No, says Peter the Parasite. You must only buy fruits and vegetables. If I can afford to see the doctor, is it my concern that others cannot? No, says the damnable parasite. We must all crowd our way into the physician's office. Ryan the Lion says, chew on that, you parasite. Hello, children. I'm Ryan the Lion. I'm here to tell you about Peter the Parasite. If I bake a pie, isn't it mine to enjoy? No, says Peter the Parasite.
What was that?
You know, don't you?
The doors, they're cracking open. My memories of the future and somewhere I'm going to go.
You sure it's your future you're looking at?
If not mine, then whose?
We must all crowd our way into the physician's office. I'm Ryan the Lion. I'm here to tell you about Peter the Parasite.
You sure you're ready to use that?
It's a crossbow. Looks like the bolt delivers some kind of sleep agent. Probably phencyclidine or sodium thiopental. They had all kinds of books in my tower. How do you think I always knew what ammo to toss you?
Knowing ain't the same as being ready.
Why don't you ask Comstock how ready I was?
Your father's blood runs in your veins, but it doesn't have to be on your hands.
And what does
It's up to you.
warn us? Those who cannot create will always steal from those who do. Where is your empathy? Asks Peter the Parasite while he picks your pocket. Do you know this word, empathy? You'll find it in the dictionary under L-I-E. All right. I may be old, but I'm not deaf.
First, the law against bribery. Then, no one's so belly in my privy advising how I defecate. What's next? Martial law?
We must find it, root it out.
Criminal dealings.
Look long and hard. I'm sure we're all eager to put this disruption behind us. Back to class. I see.
So I used a few palms here and there, time to time. What of it? I'd been told this town was friendly to free enterprise. Harassment. That's what this is. Incessant, unbounded prying into my respectable entrepreneurial affairs. Seems to me you're against a guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business. Okay. If that's what they call a fellow who's prosperous, determined, uncompromising, then fine. The shoe fits, you got me. You're against a guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business. Fat cat. If that's what they call a fellow who's prosperous, determined, uncompromising, then fine. The shoe fits. You got me.
Look, Suchong. That's the name you had me tell Atlas.
I don't follow.
Looks like this character Suchong has taken over the Silverfin restaurant. That's where the tear was that I used when I first came to Rapture looking for Comstock.
Welcome to the circus!
Before this place was turned into a prison.
But the first time you came to Rapture was in 1960.
Welcome to the circus of value!
With Booker. When you drowned some...
Over a year from now. Yeah, that's right. When I could see all the doors, it all made sense, but now it's just a jumble.
Elizabeth, you're bleeding.
Now I know what it feels like. All right, if we're gonna find Suchong, the Silverfin is the place to start. I know the way.
Are you in the know?
Human reproduction is vitally important to society, but there is no reason that the act of copulation cannot be pleasurable as well. Remember these tips. Sex is egotistical. Without self-esteem, those participating in coitus are revealed to be fraudulent, hypocritical animals. Ego is indispensable in the bedroom. Negotiate with your mate. Intercourse can be mutually beneficial to both parties. Set out expectations with your partner beforehand, outlining the services you will provide one another, and hold them to their side of the deal. Never forget, oral contracts and handshake deals are for starry-eyed gigolos. Always get it in writing. Your pleasure is your business. Remember, you come first. Nobody's going to keep an eye on your pleasure except you. Don't be left high and dry. Armed with this knowledge, go forth now and enjoy Sexual Congress the Rapture way.
I was here as well. Right after I came through, I needed something to wear that was a little more Rapture appropriate. Wow. You didn't have these books in my tower.
Dear Madam, I have received your letter regarding our new line of peeping Tom plasmids and wish to respond thusly. Tough luck. This is Rapture, miss. What my customers do with my product is their business. If you are feeling uncomfortable, you are more than welcome to line the walls of your home in lead. If you wish, I could direct you to a reputable supplier.
Disappear from sight, see through walls, and sneak up on your foes.
I told Santa Cone I'm always ready to cut
Splicers.
on the show.
I could use this plasmid and see them through the walls, or if worst comes to worst, turn completely invisible and get the drop on them.
Hi. You got a friend over?
I didn't say you could go.
I see what you done here.
What did you mean before when you said you were in Paris?
It wasn't really Paris. It was more the world as I... Hey, there you are.
as if I asked Antonio for lockers with actual locks on them. I come back from lunch, and the ensemble I just bought is gone. Stolen. But here's what takes the cake. The thief left an outfit in exchange. At first, I was going to toss that thing. But then, I kind of fell in love with it. It's an old-timey number with a corset, no less. It ain't exactly today's fashion, but I'm a girl who can tell good craftsmanship when she sees it.
Are you in the know? There has been a lot of idle talk from gadflies and naysayers following the nationalization of Fontaine Futuristics. I believe in free men and free markets, but I also believe in my city. And Frank Fontaine's purpose was nothing less than the destruction of Rapture. It was he who gave comfort to the laggards and layabouts. It was he who coddled the tramps and vagabonds. Fontaine was poisoning the people of Rapture, but his venom wasn't made of arsenic or strychnine. No, it was concocted from something far deadlier. It was brewed from altruism.
Now you know.
First, the law against bribery. Then, you'll want some fella in my privy advising how I defecate. I'm accustomed to such strange noises.
Just another look-see. That this is still around. Get there. How can I keep it from happening to me? Better check.
Once I could see everything. Every possible moment. And now...
You're just like everyone else.
Why? Why, because I died here? If I'm just like everyone else, I can't help Sally. I can't even get back to where I was.
If you don't mind me asking, love, why are you talking to nobody? If I'd pegged you for a loon, I might have had second thoughts on our arrangement.
I'll hold up my end. But I better find the girl the way I left her.
You're in no position to make demands. But I must confess, I do like a bit of sass in a lass.
Another one.
Good life is deserved, then I gotta ask why. Why don't I have a slice of that pie? Why, oh why can't I have a slice of that pie? If I can't have it, why can't I? Why can't I have a slice of that pie? Atlas got a secret, you're not in this alone. Got a helping hand for you, yeah, you ain't just on your own. We stick together, we won't put up with their lies. Then we're all gonna have a slice of that pie. Why, oh why can't I have a slice of that pie? If I can't have it, why can't I? Why can't I have a slice of that pie? Why not throw in your lot with someone who's got your back? Why share anything with 'Cause Atlas is the only one who can get Rapture back on track. Ryan talks good game, like any suit and tie, but his promise of opportunity is just pie in the sky. Why, oh why can't I have a slice of that pie? If I can't have it, why can't I? Why can't I have a slice of that pie?
Did you ask to be brought into this world? If your parents expect anything from you, tell them to get it.
It's him. It's the Big Daddy. The one that killed me.
You can't trade blows with him.
Comstock put him down and he got right back up. Now I can't hurt him. I could keep my distance, but if I watch myself, he get another handy. Enemy of my enemy.
Welcome to the Circus of Value! No refund, no return! Welcome to the Circus of... No refund, no return!
Why, I'd never mollycoddle my little man.
Turn down the heat and turn up the ease and relaxation.
This fella Atlas has been making the rounds down here, trying to bring some kind of order to this pit. All the splicers think the man walks on water. but something about him smells stink to me. Reminds me a bit of my former employer, Frank Fontaine. Always talking about how he was going to lift Rapture right out of the old man's wallet. No fuss, no muss. See where that got him.
With Old Man Winter from Ryan Industries.
What do you want?
Let me in. I'm working with Atlas.
I ain't heard nothing. Nobody gets in there without a kind word from the boss.
First, the law gets bribery. And this belly of my prison advising how I defecate. What's next? Martial law?
What was that? Out. Come out. The bell has rung. Class is over. I hope we all learned something from that.
In the market for a personal bathysphere? Ah, I got just the thing. The Tiger Shark. It's top of the line. And it's luckily steeply discounted at present. Finest man-made materials. Knockout seats, laminated paneling, French bronze. All the latest plastics is nice, huh? Look at it. Let's step into my office and we can draw up a contract. Huh? All that nonsense you heard about asphyxiation, desperate and irresponsible slander from the competition. Well, not for you? Oh, okay, okay. No need to get sore, pal. I wasn't saying you some kind of cheapskate or nothing. I said there's no need to get sore!
Criminal dealings? Ha! Fallacy and misdirection. Those afraid of the market can take no court.
Did you give him my message?
What of it? I've been told this town was friendly to the Enterprise.
Looks like someone's been decrypting a code. We've confirmed completion of the ace in the hole. Suchong has it, but unlikely to give it up easily. We'll update when we know more. What's that all about?
See what a success that is.
That's what this is.
The Silver Fin. This used to be a restaurant when I first came through. Now it belongs to this Suchong. Looks like I'm not the first one who tried to get in here. Well, at least he left a trail. Someone must have shot him when he tried to break into Suchong's. Huh. What's this? Well, seems like central heating came from this room, so it would stand to reason that the ductwork should go to Suchong's. But wait a minute. Suchong wasn't exactly a master of subterfuge.
Determined, uncompromising, and fine. She fits.
Found our man.
No sign of him now.
Either he's dead, or working for Ryan. Locked. And nothing to pick. But I come here for a reason, right? Isn't that why you told me to find Suchong?
Well, technically, you told yourself.
Thanks, I appreciate the reminder.
Of what?
My tenuous mental state.
People ain't designed to see what you've seen. And now that you're just plain old flesh and blood, well, be grateful you've got things this well held together.
There must be something here I need to find. Something Suchong was working on. Device. Suchong was opening tears?